Good morning, friends. In the previous lecture, we were solving the sums related to the first topic, that is the distance formula. And we completed the sums, all the possibilities of the sums that can be asked in the examination of the distance formula in the previous lecture. Now, in this lecture, we are going to start with the second topic of this chapter, that is the section formula. Section formula, friends, as the name suggests, that section that means division or partition, right? Division or partition, that means we will be having a situation where a line segment will be given and a point will be given, and it will be said that that point is dividing the line segment in some ratio. Again, friends, you will come to another word, that is ratio. Ratio basically means that the line segment is divided into some parts. Suppose, for example, if we have dairy milk, for example, or a chocolate stick, then what we are going to do, that if we have two children, then that is good because we will divide it into half. But what we have more than two children, suppose let us say we need to divide that Cadbury stick into 5 pieces, then what we are going to do, we are going to cut it into equal parts so that none of the children gets in trouble, because we will say that if one gets more chocolate and the another one gets lesser chocolate, then they would start crying or they would start harassing you, right? So in this condition also, we will be given a line segment and we will be given a point which says that this point is dividing the line segment into some ratio. So let us take the situation, friends. The derivation of this section formula is not important because it is not going to be asked, right? But what is important is we need to understand the section formula clearly. This is a simple formula and this is given by, let us take the situation here, that let the line segment be formed by joining the points A x1 y1 and B x2 y2. Let the line segment that we were talking about be formed by joining these 2 points, that is A x1 y1 and B x2 y2, right? And let the point P x comma y lie on the line segment AB such that what you can say, such that it divides it, that means this line segment AB, right? This it means line segment AB such that it divides it, or such that this point here Px comma y divides the line segment AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 or m1 upon m2, right? Ratio m1 is to m2, or you can also write it as m1 upon m2, right? This is the first assumption that we are going to make for finding out the section formula. So let the line segment be formed by joining the points A x1 y1 and B x2 y2, and let the point Px comma y lie on the line segment AB such that it divides, that means such that this point Px comma y divides the line segment AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 or m1 upon m2, right? So if I write down this whole condition on the Cartesian coordinate plane, then it would be somewhat like this, that this is my line segment AB, where this is A, this is B, this will be P here, and when joined this, you can get two types of points that we have already seen previously, right? And then you can find it out. But rather than doing it like this, rather than complicating the situation, we shall do it in the simple form that this is my line segment AB. A, and this is my B. So the coordinates of A given are x1, y1, and coordinates of B given as x2, y2. And this point P here has coordinate x comma y. Point P has coordinates x comma y lying on line segment AB such that it divides it into ratio m1 is to m2 internally, friends. Why internally? Internally, that means that point lies in between A and B. Okay, so here if this divides in the ratio m1 is to m2, then this would be m1 and this would be m2, right? Is this thing clear? So this is the situation, and this situation is here described on the line segment AB, right? Now going directly to the formula, that the coordinates, therefore the coordinates, let me write it down here, therefore the coordinates of the point dividing the line segment AB, the line segment AB in the ratio m1 is to m2. The coordinates of the point dividing the line segment AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 is given by P. X comma y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, right? This is the formula. This gives me the x coordinate, and similarly m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, right? So these are the coordinates of the point x comma y. So if you relate this px comma y directly to that m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 and m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. So x coordinate of the point dividing the line segment will be this, m1 x2 upon m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, and similarly the y coordinate will be the second part. Therefore you can say that this formula that I have written here is the section formula. What is this? It is the section formula, right? This is the original section formula. Then further this formula is being modified as per our requirement. Is it clear? So this is the section formula. You need to remember this, that the coordinates of the point dividing the line segment, which is the point dividing the line segment here, this point px comma y, this is dividing. Who is dividing? That means this point px comma y is dividing. And what is it dividing? The line segment joining A and B. So the coordinates of A are x1 y1 and coordinates of B are x2 y2. So the coordinates of the point dividing the line segment AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 is given by px comma y equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. Friends, this is only the x coordinate, comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, that is the y coordinate, right? So that you can directly write it down like the section formula. Whenever you are given the ratio and two end points of the line segment, at that time you can use this formula and you can find out the point dividing the line segment, right? We will see that in the next part when we solve some sums. Now let us see some modifications here. Now if the ratio m1 is to m2 is taken as k is to 1, right? If the ratio m1 is to m2 is taken as k is to 1, that is, let m1 upon m2 be equals to k. K is to 1, that means k upon 1. m1 is to m2 equals to k is to 1, that means you can write it down like k upon 1. And what is k upon 1? Only k. So do you mind if I write down here only k? Is it clear? So we need to modify that formula here. Therefore we can write it down p x comma y equals to, what I am going to do is I am going to take out m2 common from numerator and denominator both. So if I take m2 common, that is m2 into m1 upon m2 into x2, sorry, right? Let me write it down here. Therefore p x comma y equals to, here, m2 into m1 upon m2 x2 plus x1 upon m2 into m1 upon m2 plus 1. Yes or no? Right? So we are going to shift it like this, comma, again we shall do the same thing, m2 into y1 upon, sorry friends, m2 into m1 upon m2 y2 plus y1 upon m2 into m1 upon m2 plus 1. Right, so this is how you can write down simply by taking out m2 common, right? I have did nothing here, friends. I have simply taken out this m2 common. So this m2, if I take it common, then here this m1 x2 will become m1 upon m2 into x2, right? Because there is no m2 present here. And if we want to take a number, a letter or a variable common from a term where it is not available, right, or present, then you can simply divide that by the same variable number or whatever thing you are taking common. So here we are taken m2 common, that means this will become m1 x2 will become m1 upon m2 into x2, plus that m2 is already taken out common, so there is only x1 remaining. Similarly in the denominator, if I take m2 common, this will become m1 upon m2 and this is only 1. Now you can cancel out this m2, this m2 and m2, and we have used that let m1 upon m2 equals to k. Therefore, P x comma y can be written as kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. This is again the section formula with a modification that we have taken m1 upon m2 equals to k. So in the original section formula, if we substitute m1 upon m2 is equals to k, then we get the new section formula, that is kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. You can see that, friends, this formula has only and only one ratio, the second. That means the denominator is already 1, right? This formula can basically be used whenever you need to find out a point which is lying either on x-axis or y-axis, or whenever you need to find out the ratio, right? This can be used, it is used mostly in the cases where we need to find the ratio of division, right? Where we need to find out the ratio of the division, in those cases we can find it out by using this formula, that is px comma y is kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. Okay, so that is the second thing. Now we need to understand the special case of the section formula, the special case, right? I am writing it down here, that is the special case of section formula. The special case of section formula is if the point px comma y divides the line segment AB in the ratio of 1:1, then if point px comma y divides the line segment AB, that means we shall take again the coordinates a x1 y1 and b x2 y2. Right, we shall take these two coordinates a x1 y1 and b x2 y2. So if this point is dividing the line segment AB in the ratio 1:1, then what? At that time we can say that now the ratio, as the ratio is 1:1, then you can say that then m1 is to m2 equals to 1:1, right? Or you can also say, just replace m1 equals to 1 and m2 equals to 1. Yes or no? m1 equals to 1 and m2 equals to 1. Then this section formula will now be, therefore p x comma y equals to, replace m1 and m2 by 1 there in the section formula. So that will become 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 upon 1 plus 1 comma 1 into y2 plus 1 into y1 upon 1 plus 1, right? I have replaced all m1 by 1 and all m2 by 1, so that is 1 into x2 and 1 into x1 are same, so that becomes x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Yes or no? if I write x1 plus x2 or if I write x2 plus x1, there is no difference. Is this thing clear? So friends, this x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2 is our special case of the section formula, which is also known as the midpoint formula, right? Which is also known as the midpoint formula, because as the ratio is 1:1, and as I have said an example that if I am having a dairy milk and if I need to divide it into two equal parts to two children, then what I am going to do? I am going to cut exactly at the center. We will break from the center and we will give it to them so that both the kids are happy. That is the special case of the section formula. So originally the section formula is px comma y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Then what did we do? We replaced that if the ratio m1 is to m2 is taken as k is to 1 or m1 by m2 equals to k, then at that time the section formula was being written as px comma y equals to kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1, right? So this was the formula when the ratio was taken as k is to 1 or k. Now in this special case we are going to take the ratio as 1:1. So if the point xy divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1:1, then we shall replace m1 and m2 both by 1. Similarly, we get pxy equals to 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 upon 1 plus 1 and so on. Hence, we get the special case of the section formula, that is px comma y equals to x1 into x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Right? So that is the most basic things about the section formula and the formulas that you need to remember in this topic. So I think that must be clear now. We shall move on to the examples. Okay, let us see an example here. I am having a question that the first one under the section formula, find the coordinates, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining 4 minus 3 comma minus 3 and 8 comma 5 in the ratio 3:1 internally. We need to find out the coordinates of the point which is dividing the line segment joining these 2 points internally in the ratio 3:1 internally, right? So let us see how it can be done. Here let a 4 comma minus 3 be equals to x1 comma y1 and b 8 comma 5 is equals to x2 comma y2, right? So let these 2 points be taken as x1 y1 and x2 y2, and the ratio m1 is to m2 equals to 3 is to 1, right? We shall take m1 is to m2 equals to 3 is to 1. That means we shall simply put m1 equals to 3 and m2 equals to 1. Okay, or you can also take, see friends, here as it is 3 is to 1, you can directly take k is to 1 also, so that k will be equals to 3, or k is to 1 is also equals to 3 is to 1. So there is no need to place in place of 1 anything, right? Now let the point of division be p x comma y. Therefore applying the section formula, we get p x comma y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, right? So this is the formula we are going to apply. Is it clear? Now we are having every values. This is x1 y1 x2 y2 and m1 m2. Let us put it here. So that gives me, that is 3 into 8 plus 1 into 4 upon 3 plus 1 comma 3 into 5 plus 1 into minus 3 upon 3 plus 1. Is it clear? Now let us simplify. So that gives me, what is 8 into 3? 24. 24 plus 4. 24 plus 4 upon 4 comma 15 minus 3 upon 4. That is equals to 24 plus 4 28. 28 by 4, that is 7 comma 15 minus 3 is 12 and 12 by 4 is 3. So we are having a point, that is 7 comma 3. So this our required point here, px comma y is 7 comma 3, which is dividing the line segment joining this 4 minus 3 and 8 comma 5 in the ratio 3 is to 1. Okay, so 7 comma 3 is the required point. This is the required point. Is it clear? So this is how you are going to write down the sum using the section formula. Let us solve one more, the second kind of sum, that in what ratio does the point minus 4 6 divide the line segment joining the points, A 6 minus 6 comma 10 and B 3 comma minus 8, right? Friends, again read the question, that here we need to find out the ratio, not the point. The point is already given. This is our point of division, and the line endpoints of the line segment are given: A 6 minus 6 10 and B 3 minus 8. We need to find out the ratio. So as I said that whenever we need to find out the ratio, what we use the formula, the second formula, that was kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1. So here given endpoints of the line segment AB as A minus 6 comma 10 and B 3 comma minus 8, and also the point of division P minus 4 comma 6. Therefore let A minus 6 comma 10 equals to x1 y1, B 3 comma minus 8 is equals to x2 y2, and P 4 minus 4 comma 6 is equals to x comma y. Right, we shall take this as x1 y1, x2 y2 and x comma y. Therefore using or applying the section formula, that is px comma y is equals to, we shall use the second one, that is kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. Right, let this and the ratio be k is to 1. Let us write it down that our ratio is k is to 1. Okay, so we got the formula as per that k is to 1 ratio. Right, let us put down all the values that is available. So pxy is available, therefore minus 4 comma 6 is equals to k into x2, that is 3, plus x1, that is minus 6 upon k plus 1 comma k into y2, that is k into minus 8 plus 10 upon k plus 1. Okay, is this thing clear? Right, we have put all the values over here. Therefore minus 4 comma 6 is equals to 3k minus 6 upon k plus 1 comma minus 8k plus 10 upon k plus 1. Right, 3k minus 6 upon k plus 1 and minus 8k plus 10 upon k plus 1. Therefore comparing the or comparing either of the coordinates, comparing either anyone, comparing either x coordinate or y coordinate on both sides, we get, what do we get? That I am going to write it down here. We get minus 4. If I compare the x coordinate, minus 4 is equals to 3k minus 6 upon k plus 1, and if I compare the y coordinate, I shall get 6 is equals to minus 8k plus 10 upon k plus 1. Right, see friends, I have written that we need to compare either of the coordinates, not both. Right, એક સાથે બંનેને કમ્પેર નથી કરવાના તમારે, ખાલી બેમાંથી એક જ કમ્પેર થશે, બરાબર. So either if we compare the x coordinate, so what is x coordinate on the left side? -4. X coordinate on the right side 3k minus 6 equal upon k plus 1. So they will be equal as there is an equal sign on the middle, right? Similarly, comparing the y coordinates, we get this. So you need to compare only one. I have written both here, but you will write only one. That means comparing the x coordinate on both the sides, we get this, right? Therefore -4 into k plus 1 is equals to 3k minus 6. Therefore minus 4k minus 4 is equals to 3k minus 6, and hence we get 7k equals to 2, right? I think you might not get this. How? First of all, multiply -4, that is minus 4k minus 4 is equals to 3k minus 6. Take that 4k on the other side and 6 on the left side. Therefore 6 minus 4 is equals to 3k plus 4k. What is this? 2 equals to 7k, and hence 7 equals to 2 upon 7. Sorry, k equals to 2 upon 7, right? So we got k equals to 2 upon 7. What was the ratio here that we took, friends? K is to 1. Hence the ratio, hence the required ratio is 2:7. Is it clear? This is 2:7. Now let me confirm one more thing here, that sometimes there are some students who say that, sir, we don't want to compare x coordinates. What happens if we compare the y coordinates? So for them also I am going to solve here that what if we compare the y coordinates. So if we compare the y coordinates, that will give me 6 into k plus 1 is equals to minus 8k plus 10. Therefore 6k plus 6 is equals to minus 8k plus 10. Taking 6 on the other side, sorry, let us take 8k here and 6 on the other side. Therefore 6k plus 8k equals to 10 minus 6. Therefore 14k equals to 4, and hence k equals to 4 upon 14, cancelling out 2, that is 2/7. So here also we get k is equals to 2 upon 7. Is it clear? So rather than going in the reverse way, go with the flow, that if we compare the x coordinates, then follow the x coordinates only, and if you compare the y coordinate, then follow the y coordinate only. Don't go for both. Sometimes you might make mistake following both of them, that once you get here 2/7, and sometimes by mistake if you don't get here 2/7, then you will be confused that whether which one of this is correct, the first one or the second one. Is this thing clear, friends? Okay, take a look for a second, then we are going to erase this. Okay, so now we shall solve some examples again. I'm having a situation here that the third one, this is the most important one. Find the coordinates of the points of the points of trisection of the line segment joining the points a2 minus 2 and b minus 7 4. So this is the given condition here, that we are having these 2 points a2 minus 2 and b minus 7 4, and we need to find out the coordinates of the trisection. What do you mean by trisection, friends? Trisection, you know, right? That means 3. Tri means 3. So let us see the solution here. Let me draw a line segment that shows A and B as its endpoints. This is my A, this is my B. The coordinates of A are given 2 minus 2 and B are given minus 7 comma 4. Trisection, that means I need to divide this line segment AB into 3 parts. So I shall have 2 points, right? I shall have 2 points. Let these 2 points be P and Q, right? Let these 2 points be P and Q. And as it says that it will be trisection, that means 3 equal parts. What does this trisection mean here, friends? Is 3 equal parts. Okay. So as these 3 parts are equal, you can say that this part here will be 1, this also will be 1, and this also will be 1. For example, all of these 3 parts are 1 1 1 each. Then what can you say about the point P? That here this point P is on line segment AB, dividing the line segment AB in the ratio 1:2, because for this point P it is 1 unit from A, but it will be 2 units from B. Yes or no? This point P is located 1 unit from A but 2 units from B, and similarly Q is located 2 units from A and 1 unit from B. Is this thing clear? So this is how you can say that the division of line segment occurs. Okay, so if these parts are equal here, as P and Q are the points of trisection, as P and Q are the points of the trisection, what we can say? We can say that P divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1:2 from A, and Q divides the line segment AB, in the ratio 2:1 from A. Right, from A, friends, that means we are going to take the reference point as A. Is it clear? So the ratio in which P divides the line segment AB is 1:2, and the ratio in which Q divides the line segment AB is 2:1. See friends, both of them are from A, that means we have taken the reference as A. So this coordinates will be x1 comma y1, and this coordinates will be x2 comma y2, right? Now we are having x1 y1, x2 y2. We are also having the ratio. What we don't have is the point of intersection, the point of division. Therefore, applying the section formula, that is p x comma y is equals to, or let me write down, x comma y equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, right? We need to apply this formula here. So for the coordinates of P, m1 is to m2 is equals to 1 is to 2, right? m1 is to m2, we are going to take it as 1 is to 2 because point P divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1 is to 2 from A. So for the coordinates of P, we shall take m1 is to m2 equals to 1 is to 2. Therefore, P equals to m1, that is 1 into x2 minus 7 plus 2 into x1, that is 2 upon 1 plus 2 comma m1 1 into y2 4 plus m2 2 into y1, that is minus 2 upon 1 plus 2, right? I have directly put down the values here. Is this thing clear? You can check it out. That is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, and this is m1 is to m2. Okay, so that is m1 1 into minus 7 plus 2 into 2 upon 1 plus 2. Okay, so here you can see that these values, that is minus 7 plus 4 upon 3 comma 4 minus 4 upon 3, yes or no? Okay, which is equals to minus 7 plus 4. What is minus 7 plus 4? Minus 3, and minus 3 upon 3, that is minus 1. 4 minus 4 is already 0, and 0 by 3 is also 0. So we got the first coordinates, that is minus 1 comma 0. Is it clear, friends? If you don't understand, let me write down one more step, that is minus 3 by 3 comma 0 by 3. Therefore, coordinates of P are minus 1 comma 0. So this is the first coordinates here, that is P minus 1 comma 0. So we got the values of P, we got the coordinates of P as minus 1 comma 0. Now for the coordinates for the coordinates of Q, m1 is to m2 is equals to 2 is to 1. So in place of now m1 and m2, we are simply going to replace 2 is to 1. So wherever we had m1, we will replace 2, and wherever we had m2, we will replace 1. Therefore Q equals to m1, that is 2 into minus 7 plus 1 into 4 upon 2 plus 1 comma, right? See friends, for easy step, you can take this values, that is P, and simply replace m1 and m2 by 2 and 1. So simply reverse the values of m1 and m2. So 2 into minus 7 plus 1 into, sorry, not 4, 2, see I made a mistake here, 2 upon 2 plus 1, and m1, that is 2 into y2, that is 4 plus 1 into y1 minus 2 upon 2 plus 1. Okay, So this is how you get the formula applied. Check it. That is equals to minus 14 plus 2 upon 3 comma 8 minus 2 upon 3. So again let me simplify this. Minus 14 plus 2, that is minus 12 upon 3, and 8 minus 2 is 6 upon 3. Therefore q equals to, that will be minus 4 comma 2, and this is the value or the coordinates of the point q, that is minus 4 comma 2, right? So we needed to find out the coordinates of the points of trisection, and we got p, the first coordinate of, first point of the trisection, that is minus 1 comma 0, and the second point of the trisection, that is minus 4 comma 2. Is this thing clear, friends? Okay.